morning, ladies. Happy Friday. So today our learning target is I can decipher vocabulary to determine the main idea of an informational article. So we're going to read a historical article today, and we have some words that you're going to be defining with your questions, and I want you to kind of use those to help determine the main idea. So I want you to think of one main idea for the entire article. Okay, so you can chunk however you like for your second read, whatever makes the most sense to you. But again, we're determining one main idea for this informational article. So, the city of Pompeii. A deafening boom roars through Pompeii's crowded marketplace. The ground shakes violently, throwing midday shoppers off balance and toppling stands of fish and meat. People scream and point towards Mount Vesuvius, a massive volcano that rises above them. Pompeii was basically lost and forgotten until it was rediscovered in 1748. Thanks to excavations, which are still going on today, scientists have been able to figure out almost exactly what happened on that terrible day. The sky is falling. After the volcano first erupted shortly after noon, the thick ash turned everything black. People couldn't even see the sun. Some residents escaped the city while others took shelter in their homes, but the ash kept falling. Piles grew as deep as 9 feet in some places, blocking doorways and caving in roofs. Around midnight, the first of 4 searing hot clouds of ash, rock, and toxic gas, also called surges, rushed down the volcano. Traveling toward Pompeii at about 180 miles an hour, the surge scorched everything in its path. Around 7 a.m., nearly 19 hours after the initial eruption, the city was completely covered in a deadly mix of ash and rock. Lost and found. Visiting the ruins of Pompeii is like going back in time. The layers of ash actually helped preserve buildings, artwork, and even the forms of bodies as they decomposed and left holes in the ash. All that allowed experts to fill in the details that might not have survived at many other Roman sites. Based on what they uncovered, scientists believe that Pompeii was a prosperous town with wealthy vacationing, Romans, well-paved streets and high sidewalks, stepping stones to keep pedestrians out of the mud. To relax, people soaked in public baths, watched gladiators or chariot races in an amphitheater, and enjoyed plays in 2 theaters. So again, prosperous here, use your context clues around. Look what is being talked about. Wealthy vacationers, stepping stones, relaxation, public baths, going to these events. Okay, so prosperous. Try to figure out what you think that means. All right, let's continue. Pompeii may be ancient history, but scientists are pretty sure that Mount Vesuvius is overdue for another major explosion. Luckily, the people living near the volcano today will likely receive evacuation warnings before it blows. Okay, so let's take a look here at some of our questions. So, text-dependent questions. Your directions. Please answer the questions below using RAP. Be sure to identify as many details from the article as you can to support your answer with text evidence. So, what do you think the word excavation means? Use context clues and your knowledge of volcanoes to help you figure out your answer. Number 2, what are surges and how they're destructive? So this is a 2-part question. You have to use your context clues to figure out what surges are. Then you also have to think about how they're destructive. So how do they have a negative influence on the city of Pompeii? Number 3, why is visiting Pompeii today like going back in time? So think about all of that preservation. Why is it like going back in time? Number 4, how do you think the people who lived on Mount Vesuvius should prepare for a pending eruption? So again, this word pending here means that it might be coming. Okay, so again, they said that Mount Vesuvius could erupt, but they would get more of a notice about that pending eruption. So what do you think that they should do, the people who live around there? So number 5, put yourself in the shoes of a resident of Pompeii during the time Mount Vesuvius erupted. How would you feel and what would your reaction be? Okay, so again, take a peek here, right? Main idea, we're focusing. So you can chunk however you'd like. Okay, you have some nice natural chunks here in regards to your setting. I mean, in the regards to your headings here, excuse me. But again, you can chunk however you'd like. So go back to your second read, make notes in the margin. Again, identify that main idea for the whole part, and it can help you to answer all of your questions below. All right, ladies, so I know that we're focusing on the main idea, the big picture of this to answer all of those questions, and you're going to be identifying that when you do your second close read. But I also want you to think about a couple other things. So how is the text organized? So again, this is a nonfiction passage. Are there multiple main ideas that are arranged in such a way that you can put it into a structure category? So think. Hmm. I know that there's one main idea for the whole article, but take a look at your headings, look at your summary notes. Do we have maybe some multiple main ideas that can be created from your summary notes? And are they organized in such a way that they can be one of our text structures? Another thing I want you to think about, what is the author's purpose? Think PI, persuade, inform, entertain. Why did the author write this? What was the goal? And also, so I have something very cool for you to watch after this. After watching the simulation, a simulation is something that helps you kind of feel like you're there, and you're going to kind of go through the hours quickly um, of the Mount Vesuvius erupting over Pompeii. It's super cool, so I can't wait for you to watch it. But what I want you to think is, after watching the simulation, how does it add to your understanding of the passage? What do you gain as a learner from the experience? All right, ladies. So yeah, this is just a little over 8 minutes. It is so cool. So enjoy, pay attention, and then again, think about what this adds to your understanding by being able to kind of watch this whole thing happen here.